Can we start, actually? You know what? While you've just got on.
Where should we start? I've got loads. Hey, can we start?
No. Before I let you get in anywhere, can we talk about me and Wiz were talking about before, like baby photo shoots in the park?
I think you got to include Susan in that too. The dog photo shoot. Yeah.
Gary knows. There's a family photo shoot. The dog is part of the family. I'm not an animal. And we had a lovely morning at 8 a.m. on a Wednesday in Central Park through rush hour traffic. And it was very nice time and something that will hold deep and near to my heart for the rest of my life. Next question.
It's coming. Could you have done that in a park in Jersey City, for example, and just told people it was in Central Park?
That is above my pay grade, and I was given the assignment and told this was happening, and I did it.
On a scale of 1 to 10, last question. On a scale of 1 to 10, how was the fume?
It wasn't
10 being the highest.
Ride over to Central Park, even though the pictures look angelic, the ride over was a little bit frosty, shall we say,
turbulent.
Just like the weather. So yes, I am under the thumb, I'm a mug, but I am also very appreciative of my wife going the extra mile to get us these lovely pictures. Next question, Gareth.
That is a lovely answer, and probably the correct answer.
You ever thought of running for politics? That was pretty good.
Do you know what? I don't get camera shy. And as we know, the Wiz doesn't get camera shy. So picture this scenario, Gareth. We're in Mulligan's. Vibes are high. The lads are there. How many? I'll list them. Lou, me, Wiz, Josh, Al, all scooping. Pre-gaming before going to a Christmas party. Having a good time. This lady walks in, very polite. Going to everyone in the bar, asking really good questions about our opinions on like the World Cup tickets, all that good stuff. Going down the bar, some of the guys were going, I was like, wait till she gets to the Wiz. Mr. Charisma himself. Camera comes to Wiz. She saw the sparkle in his eyes, does his interview, and I was like, just sitting next to him. I bottled it. No, not for me, sorry. Got this guy, super charismatic. Wiz is giving it the full spiel. Everyone's in awe. I'm like, he's going to drop the pod any minute now. Nothing. Not a mention.
I was the one that told him.
Mention, not a plug, not a suggestion.
I acknowledge that I was the one that brought to your attention.
I was nudging him. I was like,
I was there and I go, hey, I just bottled it. I should have plugged the pod.
I was like, Gary, trying to kill you. National press.
That would have been national press. Like I said, I reckon they'd have cut that out.
Yeah.
They'd have cut that out, Wiz. It's all right. However,
they wanted to talk about World Cup pricing. That's all.
Hair's looking fantastic today.
I
it
know.
Looks glorious,
you know what it is,
doesn't it?
Anthony? I'm all
right. So there's one thing, like Spotify Wrapped, but Riverside have done this thing. It's like little 15-second clips, and it's just clips of us laughing at stuff, just like loads of fast clips. And then the next one, it says your most popular word used. So we've done. This is the 26th episode now. We've done 25. Guess what the most popular word is that we have used on this show? I'll give you a clue. It is a team name. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's dead funny, but it just goes to show, doesn't it?
Get away from them.
We just can't stop talking about them. We're obsessed.
We're haters.
No, we're just obsessed. I think secretly, you're either a hater or you're secretly obsessed. It's like that thing, like when you fancy a girl and you like call them names and you're horrible to them and that because you fancied them when you're a kid.
That's us.
That's us with Arsenal. So secretly,
we're big Arsenal fans.
We proper love Arsenal. Yeah.
I mean, I think it's a good place to start, though. I mean, the Egyptian king was back on the pitch this week. I think that's the top story.
We'll put the timer on this with this guy.
But I'd love to hear. Was that a farewell? Was that the last time he's put on the uniform?
Yes.
There's two ways of looking at it. I think
the right way or the wrong way.
Well, you could look at it from the sense that okay, they've both had a chit chat and they've come to the conclusion that you know what, he's the coach. It's his way. And I think Slaughter's come out of this looking really, really good.
Yeah. In
the sense of professional, not like a one-up thing, but like he has just gone. And this is what he was brought in for. He's the coach. This is what he does. It's a coaching decision. And the other fella has made, I think he's seen his arse a little bit because I don't think he quite expected the reaction that he got. because I think a lot of people were out for him.
What's giving you that impression? What's giving you the impression that he showed any remorse or that he was like...
That you know what, that's true as well, isn't it? I feel like the fact that they had the conversation, he left him out of Italy trip, and it's all okay and it's all back on track, and he's going to go to AFCON and he's going to do what he needs to do and he's going to come back and it's going to be all right. The other school of it is, listen, you've been an absolute legend for this club. We don't want to tarnish this reputation. Let's do this. Get yourself, we'll have a chat. We'll lay everything out. You come on. I mean, listen, he got fortunate because Joe Gomez got injured again. He got fortunate that he played a decent amount of time. And he was threatening. But I tell you what, some of the chances he missed, the one where he's hit it over the bar when Chiesa squared it to him, that's ropey. But he's left
the group and you were like, you've got to put money on him scoring. I was like, 100%. I didn't because I'm not smart. But like, the fact that he didn't have a stellar performance. This was the one game when you're so talented, you're such a legend, all these things.
That cross was money on that corner, though.
And there's a couple of them as well, where like the one where he's gone through... Even the one where he's... The one for me was the one where he's gone through on goal, 1v1, and someone is ripping down the left-hand side of him, and all he has to do is just play a little 5-yard pass, and he's overhit it, and the goalie's come out for it, and you're like... But my point is, he's left that game knowing he's come on, put a shift in. It shows the players are behind him, but then now if he does go, it's the last thing they see of him is not
negative,
not the interview at Leeds. It's that performance where he was unlucky and the team wanted him to do it. So if he goes, he goes. I mean, it's one of them now, isn't it? If he goes, he goes, and if he stays, he stays, and if he stays, then he's got to get...
I don't think there's a bad... This could have been a huge bombshell, and it was when it happened, but I agree with you, the way it panned out on the weekend, it's worked in everyone's favour, because if he leaves now, it's not this. If he didn't turn up or refused to play, or you didn't pick him in the squad and all that stuff, massive deal. But to your point, the last image of him to Liverpool fans would be him wearing the kit, him running back, him doing his thing. So it makes it all easier for him to come back. If he does come back after AFCON, him to come back as a legend, all these things. So it was quelled very professionally by Slot and Liverpool, and he got off that bus like a child with a smacked ass. Do you see his face? He couldn't. It reminds me of like a year working in school, and when a kid is pissed off in the body language, it was so clear. He couldn't have made it any more obvious that he was fuming he wasn't starting. So my personal opinion on the guy has gone through the floor. I think he's an absolute diva, an absolute bell. But again, there's no downside to Liverpool now. They sell him for megabucks, right? Sound, he's gone. If he comes back, they've cleared the path for him to come back in a productive way. And after 2 games and 1 goal, no one's going to fucking talk about it. It's a storm in a teacup now, but it could have been a defining thing in the season.
I think that's on the club as well. But you know what makes me laugh more? The amount of shitbags in the media last week that were saying backtracked. After Carragher said what he said and people were jumping on Carragher a little bit, loads of people in the media were like, well, it was a little bit unfair. You've got to come from it from his side and his point of view. And you're like... Last week they were calling him fit to burn because everyone else was calling him fit to burn, and then they just changed the narrative a little bit. Let's just take it for what it is, and I think that's what Liverpool have done. And I think I like the fact that it's almost, I don't know if I said this to you, but it's almost a good time to have a Dutch manager who's so black and white. He's like, listen, because if you imagine if you had like a passionate manager who's going to let his emotions get the better of him.
You can say Italian, it's okay.
I wouldn't even said that. I was thinking of Kevin Keegan, if I'm honest. But yeah, I'd love it if he off. But but that kind of way, I just think it was handled very well. And then obviously we win. The game could have been out of sight, should have been out of sight again. But you know what? We got a little bit of luck this week, and now we're on a bit of a streak. We've had two clean sheets against Brighton, Inter Milan. The one
he's got to start.
Mate, he's took the words out my mouth, lad. He's the first name on the fucking sheet now.
Sorry, Isak. I mean, Isak may get a chance to play because of the injuries you guys have on the wings.
Where'd you play him now? Where'd you play? It's Ekatiki's spot now.
He could play on the left wing.
But look what they're doing. Look how they do it in Europe. Look what they do in Europe. They play 2 up front, and it's funny. It looks like a 4-4-2, but the amount of movement the lads who are playing wide don't really play wide. It's almost like a box 4. It's just you can play them both, but it's not. The thing is, and this
you don't go to a 4-4-2. You're saying you can just do it where they switch in and out from side.
Well, on paper it looks like a 4-4-2, but it doesn't. Like Szoboszlai's not going to stay on the right. But yeah, anyway, that's good. Liverpool are good.
I think if he sounds, I think he's working it out. Like we said at the start, he's working out these new players and when they're going to fit and all that good stuff. I agree with you. I think he's this 3 up top thing that you've had since Klopp. You're not changing from it. And then you when you put Szoboszlai out there, you're like, have you got the players to play this formation at the minute? You know, are they fit? Change it like anyone else would. But Ekatike looks fire.
Curtis Jones.
Yeah, it looks great.
People listen to this and laugh because they'll know what I think about it. I used to always say he's too slow, he can't do things quick enough. But in this system, he doesn't need to be overly quick. He's sharp, looks good. So I'll hold my hands up on that one. But he's got.
Would you have Szoboszlai, Gravenberg, and Jones?
Szoboszlai's hurt.
Yeah, I saw that today. Yeah.
But I like McAllister because McAllister's class. Like Curtis Jones doesn't hurt. Yeah, but he's all right.
One thing I like about
let's say
McAllister
Curtis
is
Jones
he gets the ball and he turns right to the goal every time.
Curtis Jones doesn't let you down. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he doesn't. It's not a drop off if Curtis Jones. I don't think he starts all the time, but he's not a drop off anymore when he comes on for me. Yeah. Like, and if he starts a game, right. But I'm still not having Kirkes. I'm not having him.
It's mad. It's sad to watch. Like, he'll be fine. He's just not fine at the minute. It happens to loads of players when they go to clubs. They get frozen. They get freaked out. Whatever. It's not. I said it last week. You just got to accept. Right, cool. We'll give it a try. We'll try and bleed him in the FA Cup. We'll try and bleed him. You've got to take the pressure off him because it's going to fuck him up for longer if we keep throwing him in the Lions Den.
Yeah, 100%.
Robertson, Sounds, play him there. Sort it out.
Right.
Speaking
next one.
Sorting shit out.
Honestly, there wasn't too many great games this weekend, I feel like.
A lot of goals again, though.
A lot of goals. But no. Before we jump to that one, I think we should talk about Man United game. I thought that was a really good one.
Phenomenal. Oh, I didn't watch this, so you're going to have to fill me in.
Yeah, I mean, we were together, Anthony, but, I mean, just goals all over the place. 16 shots on target in that game. None from Cliver, which we could have used. But I also live bet the draw. I think it was like when it was at like 2-1, I was like, let's go. This game's just going to get wild. But overall, it was just an awesome game. I mean, no defense being played whatsoever. Yeah. I think it was a little bit of a showcase for Semenyo. I think he's someone who's going to be making a move. He looked like someone that was a Monday Night Football. Everyone's watching against Man United.
Yeah.
He had a great game.
But I don't think he'll do it. Just doesn't seem like a player you're going to take.
They're trying to compare it to like a Sadio Mane type of player now where we're missing that. Like, I think selling
boy, though.
He's a unit, isn't he?
He's a unit.
Listen,
when he gets
I wouldn't be surprised, but you just don't know, do you? I stay out of the Liverpool stuff.
I think it'll be class.
Don't disagree with you.
Some incredible free kicks in the game. I know Tavernier and Bruno both had.
Yeah.
And actually, there was an interesting story. Why I wanted to bring them up is I don't know if you guys saw the story about with Bruno Fernandes that came out today, but essentially, Man United, like the leadership, wanted to get rid of him in the summer and sell him to Saudi Arabia. And basically, it sounds like this is going to be his last year at the club, and they've already basically told him he's gone.
How about, it's madness, isn't it? Like, I can't understand what's going on with stuff like that. Like, even Amorim slagging off the academy.
Yeah.
And this whole thing with Mainu. Like, he slags off the academy about, like, well, this player's on loan and he's not good enough. And the academy's, like, and I know a few lads who work in the academy at a decent level, but like, we've sold Scott McTominay to Napoli. He's flying academy.
Højlund isn't a part of their academy, but that was a guy that they sold on pretty quick, and he starts every week for them.
Garnacho made a fortune off him. Mainu started for England in the last World Cup. Don't forget that, and he's getting frozen out. Fernandes, I feel bad. Fernandes he's a proper player. Fernandes, he'd walk into any team in the league.
He's playing out of position too.
Why is the comms talking about him so negatively? He's been the only reason they've been relevant for like 3 years.
Is it his body language? Like, what is it about? He does look like he's got a cob on all the time.
Yeah, he's like Richarlison. He's a crank, but like, yeah.
He's kind of like the Bruno on Newcastle too. They're kind of like the kid that wants to run the entire game.
Yeah.
And when it's not going their way, that's when they start to throw a bit of a hissy fit.
Yeah. But honestly, came on and changed the game. He looked
really
phenomenal.
And how about his Love Island half-brother showing up front row with the shirt, free Kobe shirt on. And it's just like, that's the type of clown show that Man United's become right now. I mean,
but like, you're saying that, but the fit.
Listen, I tell you, like the one win from being in the top four.
Because they're only focusing on the league too.
Yeah, but
But they're so inconsistent, though. Like, they should even be better than that. Like, they played you guys with 10 men. I mean, what you guys had 10 men and beat them.
When you play against the Ev, you've got to, you know what I mean? It's a different.
Yeah.
But they beat us at Anfield.
They probably should have won this game on Monday.
Yeah, they should have done. But you mentioned, like, there wasn't even like a suggestion, a shred of defensive play.
Sesko, that guy, I don't see it. Yeah, he's got the speed and height and jumping ability of Haaland, but he cannot run. He can't run with the ball.
He doesn't run into the right spaces. I find you can see lads behind him getting the ball up to see where he's making a run, and he's just got his head down.
Yeah,
he can kind of potentially develop that with coaching. He's an athlete. The lad's free, but
they are really going to miss Mbeumo too.
Yeah, massively.
That is going to be a massive loss for them because they're going to have to rely on a Xerxes or. They're gonna maybe they're gonna play Bruno more up a little bit, and that's gonna open up a spot for Kobe in the midfield. That's what I would do. Is move Bruno Fernandes up.
Amrin starts to come across a little bit spiteful. At first, I thought he came in and took like a dressing room that was rotten. He shook it up a little bit. You know, got some bad characters out there like Sancho. No one likes him.
No.
Garnacho's obviously a bit of a tit. Rashford, people say things about him. So he had the balls to get rid of a lot of talent, but a lot of egos. But the Kobe Mainoo thing and the way he started to talk in the press, his patience seems to be a lot less for these questions, and you can't do that as a Premier League manager. He's got to get a bit more honest about him. You know, you've got to take a bit of a breath and speak to him. He's getting frustrated. He seems bothered or irritated, and yet I think it'd have to be a miracle for Kobe Mainoo to do it now because it's kind of a judge in his character. People are making super big of a deal of that, and he seems to put his feet too far in the sand for my liking. Xerxes links with Everton. I don't, you know, people don't wake up and become a bad football player. He's obviously got some talent, but he's hiding it unbelievably well. I don't know I don't know what he does. I don't know where he becomes a threat. Like Sesko, you can see that given the opportunity to run at someone or attack the ball, he's got something. Xerxes, I can't see at all. He doesn't seem to be good with the ball at his feet. Doesn't seem to be, that quick. I don't know what his thing is, but hope to God we swerve him like the plague.
You just don't know what's going on behind closed doors, do you, as well? Like
what do you mean? With the players?
Yeah, and him, and like why? What is driving him to say that about the academy? No, and to drop, like, for people like Fernandes to be looking like they're getting phased out. Like, what is that? Is it a money thing? Is it a cost-cutting thing? Like, oh, well, the academy's not doing well enough, so let's cost cut. I don't see it.
They think they can get a quick $50-60 million from Saudi for Bruno, and that makes up for some of the mistakes they've made.
But who else have they got? Who have they got out on loan?
Exactly. Who you plugging and playing into that position? He's probably their best player.
I think that's where there's some rumors that Elliot Anderson could be someone they could be looking at.
But again, why are you going in on Elliot Anderson, who you're probably going to have to pay the full freight on?
Yeah. That's going to go for...
When you've got... And isn't it... That's what Paul Scholes said the other day. Like, why the fuck are you... Sorry, why the hell are you looking at Elliot Anderson when you've got Kobe Mainoo? Kobe Mainoo played at the last World Cup and was good at the last World Cup.
And he's young, too.
Yeah, why are you going after another player when you've got him there? It doesn't make sense.
But this one I'm talking about, lads.
This is what I mean.
It's like a little bit personal now with him.
You don't know what's going on behind the... Yeah, like what's going on behind the scenes that we don't know about as, football supporters that we don't have a clue about. And I'm not a Man United fan, obviously, but, long may it continue.
Oh, no, 100%. But you're looking at, like, the stuff like I said, he got credit for, getting rid of people, sticking to his guns. Oh, look at him, he's different. And now it's like, is he different or is he just a tit?
So he was freaking out. I saw some videos, some clips online of him freaking out on the bench, just coming back screaming in Portuguese. But they've
telling people there's going to be big changes.
Yeah. I think once they start to get some really good defenders in there, I think that De Ligt is pretty good.
He is.
I know the Butcher's back. He's playing sparingly right now. He did not look. But I don't think he's built for that system.
I didn't know. I think he's shrunk. I think he's injured his shins, and they've took a couple of injuries. He is a tiny human being.
And
I like him as
Lenny
well.
Euro, I think, is going to be good, but he is just still very raw and young.
Yeah, he gets lost on the pitch sometimes. But yeah, listen, great game, loads of goals. Bournemouth held their own. Credit to them. Wiz got some cash. Everyone's happy.
Oh yeah, it was a good week for your boy.
Wiz had a weekend, Gary.
Let's just say the what was it? The Harry Wilson to score.
Yeah.
Parlayed with Emile Smith Rowe to have a shot on target. parlayed with, I think, whoever the striker was for Burnley. I had him to just have a shot on target.
Yeah.
Those all, I think.
Is this your best ever weekend sports gambling?
Yeah, I mean, it's up there. I had one a couple years ago that during the playoffs that I just went off, but that was over a longer period of time.
We'll talk offline about
just a 2-day window there.
Taxman might be listening.
Yeah,
Decent
we don't want to throw numbers out there because then I'll have my dad being like, "Well, why didn't you get me this gift?" Or "Why? Hey, I'm looking to buy this thing." And
what is the bet? Like, so what is the significance now? Why is this shot on target bet so much more lucrative?
I just found that it is so hard to score a goal. Like goal scorers are really tough. I realized that. Like, there's so many things that are just like out of your control with that. But like guys will just rip shots like all day. You get these, and I was telling Gary before, but like I love finding the key is like finding guys who are not going to get subbed off.
Yeah.
So, but you could, I mean, if you want to get really creative with it, you could find some teams that, like, in Arsenal when Gabriel is healthy, put a shot on target on him, he'll be like plus 250. But every corner, he's the guy they're trying to get the ball to. Van Dijk's another one that you'll get at plus 300, plus 350 for a shot on target. And if they get a corner, he's the guy they're looking for. Like, you find little bit of windows right there, and you parlay a couple of these together, and it's like you don't have to put that much money on them, but you can make a huge hit on it. And I love the shots on target. You find a couple guys that you rely on. Morgan Rogers is a big one for me. Jared Bowen's a big one for me. Guys that are just going to be in there, not going to be taken out, and they're just going to take shots. Declan Rice is another one, too. He's always good for a shot on target. Bruno from Newcastle. And you get these guys for plus money. You parlay 2 or 3 of them together.
Yeah, it's worth it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Especially if they take free kicks. That's it. Hey, listen, if I get one of Wiz's bets, I'll be going to Turkey.
I can't. Yeah. Oh my God, that'd be great. We got to get you to come on, like Gary. We got to get you to get like a professional wig. My friend's dad has like a professional wig that he wears. Like he busts it out like a couple times a year, where he'll just wear it and. It's so funny.
I've often thought about this, like one of these days, if I ever get a few quid, just buying a hair system, and just like grow my hair on the sides because it does grow, and then just sticking it on the top and just wearing it and not saying anything.
Just walk into Mulligans or something.
I just walk into Mulligans, like, and see how long it takes someone to clock it. I just think it'd be hilarious. It will happen at some point, but yeah. Anyway,
you suit the skinhead.
I don't mind it. I've not got my ears stick out a little bit, but like I don't.
Lies.
But like that's why I wear the headphones all the time. Yeah, all right. Football. Man City being Man City again. 3-0 away at Palace.
League winners.
They look good, man. They look.
26th.
Phil Foden woke up, and that's dangerous. And they've got players all.
And
over
the big
the
fella's scoring a goal again, isn't he?
And there's no fucking pressure on them. No one's talking about them. We don't even lead. We don't lead the Man City. Like they used to be the one. He loves it. Just chatting away, playing good. Yeah, sounds. They're gonna win the league.
And not only that, they played they went and won at Real Madrid. Like, got to win during the week, no problem. Let Real Madrid deal with their fighting and their in-house shit. Just go in and get a 2-1 victory.
Everyone's talking about Liverpool. Everyone's talking about Liverpool. Everyone's talking about Arsenal. Everyone's talking about Man United. No one's talking about Man City, and they're just gonna sneak up and just go, nice championship. Thank you very much, Bob's your uncle. But like, they're getting to boring City now. They get into like during City, like we're just so good. It was like you never watch them because of course they're gonna fucking win. There's no point watching it. They're getting boring again, which is dangerous.
Fair enough. We don't need to touch them anymore. Can we talk about the Tyne-Wear derby? Paul Thomas.
I think we got to call it the Wear-Tyne derby after what I saw this weekend. They deserve it.
Paul Thomas definitely got arrested, didn't he, this weekend?
Yeah. Boy, Thomas. Thank you for the views, though, Thomas. Wherever you are,
it's ridiculous, isn't it? I've never been a part of something like that. Like, we're at nearly 400,000 views, and people are arguing with each other in the comments. It's had like 11,000 reposts. Like, it's mental. It's just so funny.
We reached an interesting mix of there. Because I looked in the comments. There's definitely some like UK political fighting going on about like they should be out there actually taking down criminals and not knocking on taxpayers' door.
And then the people were slagging off the cop. Thought he was a legend.
He did a great job.
I thought he was just like
perfect way. He probably loves doing that job.
Well, I hope he hasn't got in trouble for it.
Yeah, and then I also love just the passion of it. You're getting the Sunderland versus the the Newcastle fans in the comments too. You got people calling me a budget Jonah Hill. I don't know where that came from. Look at the hair. I'm 6'4". Who do you think? Jonah Hill's about 5'8". What are we talking about? I know I'm in a small screen right here, but come on.
The good thing is you didn't let it get to you after a week.
Sure didn't. Look at the haircut. Come on, Jonah Hill. Get out of here.
You're like a young Mel Gibson. Told you that.
Yeah.
Guys like you on the wing fight.
But listen, just a little rant on the game. I mean, they literally, first of all, Eddie Howe got the team wrong. That's a game, Anthony, we were talking about. Joe Litton needed to be in that game.
Yeah.
That was a physical game.
Yeah.
Dan Byrne goes down. I mean, how is that not a red card? The guy's literally broken ribs, like almost had a collapsed lung. Guy goes 2 knees right into his chest. And that was the type of game it was where he gets knocked out. First of all, the physios let him keep on playing. Like, how? That's crazy.
Ribs, because you can't really...
He couldn't even breathe. Did you see him trying to run out there? He was just lumbering. But it was all just out of funk. The wingers literally, he got it wrong with Elanga and Gordon. Gordon did not look good midweek against Bayer Leverkusen. Got subbed off at 55 minutes. Why is he playing over Barnes there? And then Jacob Murphy comes on for Elanga, and he's the best player on the pitch.
Yeah.
He should have been starting that game. Joe Litton should have been starting that game. That was a physical game. That's exactly and the way that they kind of set up too. They set up scared. They set up passive. They played basically Voltamata at the top, and then they basically played 4 across the midfield.
Yeah.
And then they basically played, 5. It was just like they just played very passive. The wingers did nothing. I didn't see one cross until Jacob Murphy came in the game. The best cross of the game was the one Voltamata scored on. Now, I actually think shots on. I think own goals should give you a shot on target.
They knew all you had was the wingers. And so they just nullified your wingers. And there was nowhere to go. There was no outlet. There was no break. There was nothing. And Volta Muzzy, when he gets a little bit of like Dan Ballard, strength and height and, bit of physicality on that side. The first time I've seen him get bullied, to be honest.
Yeah.
And I think they should have completely gone the other way. They should have played to his feet and got the wingers, got people running off him. But instead they tried to go out the wings. And when that was gone, it was kind of like, what do we do now? Bruno played well. Lewis Miley looked scared. Tonali
Granit
was good.
Xhaka played an awesome game. He was, what a signing.
Yeah.
I mean, that was honestly
unbelievable.
Any team who's coming up for promotion should look at the model that Sunderland. Now they're going to lose 7 guys to AFCON.
That's insane.
So that is huge. And those guys, you can see the bond with those guys. They love playing with each other. That's going to be a big miss. But listen, they stacked up a lot of points before AFCON. Like, they feel good. But I think this is a good, like, kind of blueprint for any other team. They've got a 28-year-old owner. Like kind of guy running the show here, and he's done a great job. I mean, just them getting promoted, and they've just been hitting the ground running. But they didn't just bring in young players; they brought in veteran guys. They did bring in a bunch of young guys, but they brought in veteran players that can show those guys the way. And I think you see it. Jordan Henderson going to Brentford, like just getting a couple of those guys in the team that can ready the ship, keep those guys up. Like it really is like a great job. I mean, big shout out to them. I mean, their fans that game was so loud when you're watching on TV. Like
you spoke about
can't hear anything.
Them and Leeds, it's mad. And
the season, their stadium's going to win them games, and it did. Because you can imagine going there.
They're unbeaten at home this year.
Yeah, I can believe it. Yeah.
But
do you know what's funny
the leadership thing? Sorry.
Yeah, go on. Go on.
I think it's something better than MNF in sports. Like people. The word vets, you know what I mean? You need a few vets in the locker room. They're too young. Like, that's used in basketball, American football all the time. In English football, you talk about leadership, sure, but I don't think it's something that's expected. And I think that point you just made is great. It is a good blueprint. Let's get some talent, right? But let's get some proven, Premier League players, Xhaka, and proven leaders, captain of his country, captain of Arsenal for a while. Let's get that in the locker room and see what that does. So yeah, I completely agree. They're fun to watch as well, man. They're fun to watch. They do.
I mean, they only had one shot on target, but I know. Well, listen.
What do you think of before we changed? What do you think of the photo at the end?
Oh well, listen. You know what?
It's a nice little.
No, Newcastle did the same thing when they won the cup game there. They took a big picture there, so they did it to mock them.
They won it there?
Yeah, they won the last time Newcastle won in the cup game. They took a picture the whole team right there in front of the goal. So they did
I
it to
didn't know
mock
that.
them.
I did also
Yeah.
just because they
Doesn't. Chelsea 2, Everton 0.
beat by a better team. Just
Press the Cole Palmer button.
yeah, it just showed our vulnerabilities. To be honest, we're kind of there's some positions that the world and the wife knows we need changing. Some people say Michalenko. I say Garner Gay didn't track his man. But Michalenko is a fine player. He's not going to do you any favours on the pitch. He's just like, you kind of take a sigh of relief when he doesn't fuck up, you know? And if we're trying to like build, then we need two wing backs. We need two full backs, sorry. We need two full backs, we need a striker. It's all very good with the Barry thing, and I love the fact that the team are getting up behind him. I'm saying let's do good things, but he's not currently up to par, so we need someone that he is in the interim. They scored, and there was a period there for about 18 minutes where we were camped out in their half, and we had multiple chances. We had no one to put it in the back of the fucking net. And then as soon as they came down with a bit of gusto, we let them score. So yeah, beat by the better team on the day, as much as I'd never say it to Paul Dawson's face. Text him, said, "What's the bet?" No answer. Text him, said, "Are you scared?" No answer. He waited till he won, he just sent me a bunch of emojis. I'm like, you absolute.
I do want to apologize, though. I used your best player in my parlay, and he ended up getting injured 10 minutes into the game.
I was avoiding that.
So the wizard kind of the crypt keeper, took down another one. I'm ruining careers now.
He's played lives. He's played deep the last few games where we'd looked really, really good.
Yeah.
So Garner Gay comes back. Alcaraz has been brilliant, benched. And then playing Jimmy Gardner on the right back is when we played our best football. So I wouldn't really think Chelsea's that big a team. So Jacob Ryan doesn't need to be forced straight back in. Yeah, I just found it confusing. We've been playing really, really well. Why change it? But I suppose he's like, right, Garner Gay's going to go to the Africa and get what we can from him. We've got some injury problems and some lads come on back and all that stuff. But yeah, weren't really at the races. And when we didn't have the players to put the ball in the back of the net. And they hit us where we were vulnerable. And in those positions, we looked vulnerable. Next.
What about I think listen, we've
let me get out of it.
We've yeah, I mean, listen, it's just
he's paused to scare them.
Listen, I also took Everton.
Has he done that thing?
Week,
yeah,
so.
has he done that thing?
He shit himself. He's done.
I also think we probably should mention we've been kind of shitting on Wolves a bit. I know they lost this week, but they put up a pretty good fight against Arsenal.
I was going there then to be honest with that one because it just lends well because I'm waiting for Packwood to go. The shitbags. Was it own goal? Didn't they get an own goal? Arsenal at the end.
Both of them were own goals. So the first one, Saka hits a corner, hits off the post, hits the goalie in the back, goes in. And then the other one it looked like they were hitting a cross into Gabriel Jesus, and it just hit off the defender's shoulder and went in. And Jesus knew right away. He was like, own goal. Like, he was just like... But actually, it was an interesting sight. So all the players, they're all doing their individual celebrations. They're going crazy. And then Declan Rice was over there like, what are you guys celebrating? We should... Like, this is embarrassing. Like, you could tell him, he was yelling. He's like, no, this is embarrassing. Like, we should have killed this team. Like... This is not good. This is a win that I'm not happy about. And you could tell he was pissed off about it. And I love that mentality. It's like, no, a 2-1 win against Wolves where we literally had to get a last-minute own goal. Like, that's no good. Like, we should be killing a team like that.
They're making me bitter, Wiz. They're making me hate them. And, I've never, loved them. But, they don't deserve it.
No.
They don't. You can't just buy the players and get a nice kit and do all that stuff and say you deserve it. They're not oozing like championship material to me, as if they Premier League winning pedigree. And we all know where I stand on the fruitfulness long term.
They are shaky though. They are shaky.
I'm not saying their names.
But I'm not saying it again. I'm not contributing to this Riverside algorithm that we've already got going. Do we want to go through the rest of the games, or are we just going to go arst?
Go.
Burnley 2, Fulham 3.
Nah, we watched that. That was all right, wasn't it? Fulham and playing better.
We talked. That was the one where the parlay hit. That was the Emile Smith-Rowe shot on target. We had
Harry
Wilson. Oh yeah, he's going to get picked up by somebody. He looks good.
She's sneaky with it.
I did want to say, I told Anthony this. I have placed a 33-1 ticket on Aston Villa to win the Premier League. I'm putting a marker down.
Those eyebrows look correct, kind of.
So that means if you bet $100,
I did bet $100 on it.
You're going to lose $100.
No,
I did bet
Listen, I believe in the villains, man. They've just come back in every game. They just got.
Not winning the league, Wiz.
I'm just telling you.
They're
If they
winning
pick up
the
some
league.
guys in January, it's going to be a little interesting.
Sounds if we pick up guys in January, we'll win it.
They didn't do a whole lot in the summer, so
Morgan Rogers, the big thing now is like
he looks so good.
Yeah, Tuchel likes him. He's playing out of his skin. How can you possibly fuck him off now and start a lineup?
That's it.
It's going to be a tough call because you got to figure out how to get him, Bellingham, Foden,
Jude.
and Jude.
Anderson. Foden's not going to get it. So
He's playing great though.
Yeah, but, lads, he's never, ever, ever played well for England. He is unbelievable. He's never played well for England ever. Has he, Gary? Has he ever played well for England?
I think he'll make the plane though, right?
Yes, of course.
You would think he would, but
Okay.
again, he's one of them. He's always on the periphery. He's never going to get a gate. And again, I'm not always a massive one on England, but the thing with England is very rarely does somebody random infiltrate the team, if that makes sense. Like, it's always going to be like we had the argument the other week about Bellingham. Like, no one. I think the only one really that you could make a case for that's gone in there is Konza at the Euros. Like, played significant minutes, and it was like, oh wow, okay, because it's usually the same guys. True, but you look at the team, you look at the league though, right? Villa are 3 points off the top, with everyone's played the same amount. They've got 33, City got 34, Arsenal got 36. I just don't think they're going to win it. I think City are just like.
I think it's mad. That was a whole Villa win.
I just think
33-1 is pretty good value for like a team right there right now, and I don't believe in that team in red with the cannon. I don't believe in Chelsea. I don't believe in Crystal Palace. I don't believe in Man United. I just think that there's good value in Villa right now. They're
you don't
in
think
third.
It's just form, mate? You don't think they're in good? Like, you don't forget this team didn't score
When does
for
the
5
form
games.
thing stop though?
You ride a good way.
They just keep on winning.
this time of year is massive though. You know that as well. Like the next, like we'll do
We'll
one
know.
next.
We'll know in the next 3 games. Their next 3 games
Because-
are United, Villa, Arsenal.
Villa are playing
Said
Villa.
the
aren't
name.
they?
United, Villa, and who? Or United, Arsenal, and who?
United, and Arsenal are their next 3.
See, well, that's the thing, and that's the reality of it. Like you've got to. Villa are winning the games that they're supposed to win. I mean, all right, granted, they beat Arsenal the other day, which was a cracker, but it does go through. Like you'll see it now, right? Between the Christmas is mental for footy, isn't it? You're going to go. Liverpool are literally playing Sunday. They're playing 21st, 27th, first, or something like that, or first. They're playing 3 games in a week. Everyone does the same thing at different times. Then you've got FA Cup. Then you've got, if you're in the Champions League goes again. Then you've got, so like by the end of January, the teams are either going to be knackered or flying. Villa have got to be looking to get 6 out of 9, haven't they, in these next 3 games? And to be fair, they've really probably got to be looking at 7 out of 9. If they want to be there.
Man United and Chelsea. Where they are now, they're expected to beat Man United. And if
How
they're going to be in the
how do those
conversation,
games work? Man United at home, and then Chelsea and Arsenal away.
Chelsea are beatable, man.
They are. I mean, Cardiff almost beat them today.
Yeah.
But I know it ended up being 3-1. But that game came down like they scored in like the 85th minute. To
Yeah,
make
and
it
Chelsea at home
2-1.
doesn't really make a difference, really. It's not like Fortress Stamford Bridge, is it?
And you know what? Maresca's he's been saying some stuff in the media too. I know we haven't
People
talked
need to
about
say
that
less,
yet,
man.
but
Fucking hell. People just need
he
to shut
doubled
the
down
fuck
on
up.
that too. And then he's another guy too that like tried to put a team out there today that's none of the Premier League starters, and then had to make all of those changes at halftime. So
That's
guys
not
he
old
probably
problem.
didn't expect to play,
That's
he had to throw in there.
To finish off my thoughts on the Villa thing, you look at their starting 11 and you've got quality all the way through.
Yes.
French left back, English centre half. Like I'm talking like not the national.
Their midfield, they got McGinn, Tielemans too. He is great.
It's
I just
quality.
butchered whatever.
But tell me the bench players.
Well, right now they basically are swapping Malen and Watkins. So one of them will start, one of them will be on the bench. Those both guys are 2 guys you can rely on up front.
Yeah.
That's where things get a little bit dicey in the midfield, where even a guy like Harvey Elliott's not even making the team.
Again, something's happened there. That almost looks like a favour for a friend, that. Like, take him off our wage bill.
Yeah,
have him for
but
a little bit.
He won't be there in January, so they'll probably move him off. And I mean, Unai Emery already said that he's basically gone in January, pretty much.
I'd take him tomorrow.
You should.
But he'll never go to you, will he? I mean, you would think, but you never know.
He should go somewhere. He should go to like a Spurs.
What about this one? Here's one for you. Harvey Elliott.
Maybe a Forest.
What about this? Harvey Elliott goes back to Fulham, and then you get Harry Wilson at Everton.
Ooh.
Harry Wilson would look good in that blue, but pause.
Scene. Fucking hell.
Yeah, I'd take him tomorrow, but I don't know where he fits in the team, to be honest. But
But you're forgetting the fact you've got Diblin, not to go back to Everton. This is not a run. I mean, we haven't even talked about this. Like, is this not a chance for Diblin now?
Well, maybe that was talking about this the other day. Like, I think
He should be in that team now.
I think that's why we got him. I think it was a case of, right, there's no question, you're not going to be Grealish and that. There's no space for you. But get him in the training ground, get him around these good lads, get him around these like proven wingers, and then give him a run of 3 to 4 games while soft lads away and see what the crack is. And I think he could do something really good. He looked really good when he came off the bench the other day. In a nothing game, it was done. That game was dead after 70 minutes, which is unusual with Everton, but like, he's going to be really intriguing. And again, when we're talking about the way Salah came off the bench, it was like very opportunistic. The way he's getting a game now is opportunistic. It's like no one's been benched for you to play. Someone's gone away for you to play, so there's no pressure on that. And if he shits the bed, he's a young lad. Nobody's got an excuse. Yeah. I hope he gets a game, but it'd be a little bit noisy to play Dwight McNeil.
Maybe he gives Dwight McNeil the shout first.
Yeah.
But who knows? All right, 2 games left. Forest 3, Tottenham 0.
Bastards. Forest, man.
Hudson-Odoi had some great goals in that game.
All you've got to do with that lad is stop him coming in from the left onto his right foot. It does my head in the way he does it every single time. You know exactly.
He rips it, though.
He's never gone to the byline. He never goes to the byline. He always cuts in. He always shoots. And every time I've sat there with Joe, Scabby McScavison, and I've sat there and just and he goes, "We're gonna let him do it. They're gonna let him do it again. They're gonna let him do it again." And he do it every single time. But yeah, it ain't broke up fix it. But the same team that played against those that looked absolutely toothless, spanked Tottenham.
Yeah, it's a little Jekyll and Hyde. Tottenham's the same way. You never know what you're getting in. Thomas Frank may get fired. Like, I don't know. I thought they'd give him more time. But, like, they just are not responding to him at all.
It's a lot of turnover at Spurs. They'll probably get us this weekend, is the reality of it, isn't it?
That would be a game they'd win.
Yeah. 100%.
Van header, 90.
Yeah.
All right, last one. Brentford 1, Leeds 1. Jordan Henderson scored. Ralphie will be all over it. And Calvert-Lewin, yeah.
Why Ralphie?
So, because Ralphie hates Jordan Henderson.
Why?
Just can't stand him.
He had a nice little lunch with Mo Salah. He came all the way up to see him.
I mean, I don't know if that's just a friend, probably just trying to... Because the reality is, again, you don't know, do you? But when you've been the captain of Liverpool and been as successful as he was as that captain, and he was one of the main players, they have a bond, don't they? Do you know what I mean? So he's got it. Again, they just make such a big deal out of these things. It's just 2 mates, a lad going to check on his mate, see, like, what the... Like, it might have even been, you don't know. Like, it might have just been like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Like, I've seen firsthand what happens when you stitch your club up. Like, he went to Saudi with all the LGBTQ stuff that he was doing at Liverpool, and then he got a backlash from that. He's like, do you really want your legacy to be like that? But who the hell knows? It's all behind closed doors.
He got out of there quick.
Yeah. Yeah, he did. Well, but then again, he got stitched up at Ajax, didn't he?
Yeah.
But, yeah, all right, okay.
What
else? I would love to gauge if we said we'll do a live one of these where people should come to and sit in the back bar at Mulligan's.
Yeah.
How many people we get to come and put a few quid behind the bar. Let people, just 45 minutes, hour. We come in, we set up, we do a few things on the side, like get a few people involved. Maybe we can try and get someone to come in and speak as well about this, that, and the other. Talk a little bit about the footy. Well, do you know what I mean? But like, there's enough people around about that we could maybe get.
I think
at a
so.
push.
And we're creating a bit of a monster, Gary. I've been on a couple of social and professional calls recently, and they've gone, "What I'd do to have a beer with the Wizard? How did you meet the Wizard? What's the crack with the Wizard?" I love that guy. I'm like, whoa.
You can thank the New York Giants for being the worst run organization in the NFL the last decade. That's driven me to soccer, yes.
To support Newcastle United.
Hey, listen, we got to see a nice cup win.
No,
actually, I was telling Alex about this, but I actually, on Amazon, I actually had, I think I bought it a while ago, but have you ever watched, there's like an 8-part documentary called like Fever Pitch, like the rise of the Premier League?
No.
And actually it's really, really well done. And they basically go through like how the first kind of like 8 seasons of the Premier League, and each season's like its own episode. So the first one's about, Man United winning, then bringing in Cantona. Then they go through like Blackburn. They'll also like show the teams that get like relegated. Like they showed like Southampton the year they had Harry Redknapp as the manager, and how he left Portsmouth, went there, then went back to Portsmouth. Like it's a really, really good like in-depth documentary.
Fever Pitch.
It's called Fever Pitch: The Rise of the Premier League. I think it's on Amazon. But I highly recommend watching that if you're a fan of the Premier League. Really good documentary.
Sound?
They go through like the Mourinho, Chelsea years. Basically, one of the things they said that the reason why Abramovich really bought Chelsea is because apparently at the time a bunch of Russian oligarchs were just getting like murked. Like they were getting found in bathtubs. And he basically needed to become like a celebrity. And he thought the quickest way to do that, he loved soccer. He's like, I got to buy a Premier League club.
No fucking way.
Got to get them to win. So like basically I'll become like this celebrity that like you can't kill. Like so he said like all these oligarchs were ending up like just dead, and they said that was a big reason why he bought the team. But then they show this other guy who bought Southampton, this guy Rupert
Lowe.
Oh my god, this guy. Thinking about a guy who thinks his shit doesn't stink. Oh my god, and he's just in there. I didn't know. I mean, what was he in like 96 to 2006 or something like that?
Yeah.
I wasn't really. But this guy is just like fucking the worst. You could just tell these are the guys like he went in to buy a team to become famous, and everyone hated him. He didn't mesh with the team. Like tried to it's just a mess.
Who was the tit that bought Crystal Palace, Gary? Simon Jordan.
Simon Jordan.
Yes.
Is he on it? There's been some whoppers.
I haven't finished it yet. I think I'm only like 4 or 5 parts.
You look up Whopper in the dictionary, it's a picture of Simon Jordan.
Oh, I know. I listen to Talk Sports sometimes. He's one of these guys that has a very like large vocabulary, and he talks fast. So he sounds like he thinks he's smart. Thinks he knows everything. He does make some good points sometimes, but most of the time it's just
True.
But he's on there with that wind-up merchant, Jim White. Oh my god, that guy loves winding people up.
No, I'm going to say Lowe's, man. We're going to do the predictions here, but then I want your Knicks prediction at the end.
Oh, Knicks win tonight, baby.
Oh. By the way, I'm going on a podcast tomorrow, and I will defo plug this.
See, you rat whiz. Who's this?
It's called American Scouser. You've got about 2,500 regular listeners, so I'm like, all right.
The new logo, Gary. Phenomenal. Well
it's all right, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's all right, isn't it? Don't hate it.
I like it a lot.
It looks great.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
I was talking to him before, but like we were at the pub and we were just telling the other guys like the editing of that clip was perfect too.
Yeah. It worked out well, didn't it?
Because you get a little bit of us talking about it, but like the meat of that was the clip.
Well, he doesn't get enough credit, does he?
Well, no, because I'm like back of the house. You lot are front of the house. Wiz is like front of the house. It started off me and Packwood sat at a table in Mulligan's, and it's just this absolute behemoth of you, just spitting out. Nobody knows who I am. Nobody knows who he is.
No one knows. What we've got to do, Gary, we've got to make sure we've got to get him to sign some docs. We can't get him. We can't have him.
You know what's dead? You know what's dead funny? This it's dead funny. I was talking to Kel about this the other day. I was like, we might. At what point do we have to do something proper here? Like you could be making deals under the table here and just getting roosties.
I want something in writing soon. Like if I have another work call this week and they're like, "Oh, who's that guy? What do I need to do to get it?"
Just a pizza fan, one bite.
Barstool, you're gonna Barstool.
See, look, one bite's probably giving that hoodie and a grand.
That's a free hoodie. That.
Yeah. I'm here wearing old Liverpool kits like a muppet.
Like
I should have like full.
Look at poor Gary there.
I'll be like Garth on Wayne's World next week with like Reebok hat on, all the crap eating like drinking
Newcastle's
Pepsi.
trying to grow in America. They got me an Adidas deal, you know.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
So who's paying for those haircuts? That's what I want to know.
Oh, you know. Now, what are you guys' thoughts on this? I gave my guy a nice tip for Christmas.
How much is that haircut?
So my haircut's $60. I gave him a $40 tip.
That's fine.
It's not bad.
That's a good little Christmas. This is a good.
That's a nice one. You said 150.
He looked up when he saw the thing. He was like, "Whoa, thanks, man."
It's because you're tall. But no, I think one.
Shout out to Hussein. Dean West Barbershop. No free ads, but Dean West Barbershop.
He's here again.
Look at him again.
That's a free. That's another freebie.
I'm sick of this. Where is it though?
Get your legal team.
9th in Washington. Great spot.
Dean, never heard of him.
Dean West Barbershop.
Yeah, the execution speaks for itself.
Look at that. I mean, look at this was today.
Wow,
hours ago.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Did you do the eyebrows, or did you pluck them yourself?
No, I don't do the Phil Foden Give me a little. Imagine if I came in one day with it like that, though.
We need to do
What
one
with
of them.
yeah. That's the next forfeit.
Fuck off.
Did
By
we
the
want
way,
to talk
that
about
onion was
did we want
amazing.
to talk about the darts guy? That was pretty crazy. But
Do you know what? Right?
Now
Did
reading
you-
that article though.
I know. I feel bad now, but I watched.
Why?
I
What's the
watched it
article?
about like how. So it's about, to put it in perspective for the people who. Cameron Menzies lost his round against the young lad Manby, who, by the way, is decent. He broke Luke Littler's record at the youth level for average. Luke Littler. How'd you say it? So anyway, he broke his record at the youth level, and he just lost his head at the end. He got frustrated, and it's funny because they were talking before the match. They were like, "He looks a lot more mature. He's this, that, and the other." And then all of a sudden, you just see him. He just
Uppercuts the table?
you know what the worst thing was? He put his hand on the
over the
sparklers and
pyrotech.
pushed the pyro down,
Yeah.
and then just smashed the granny out of the table. And
Is
then
he a
his
righty
hand,
or lefty?
he's right-handed.
Oh,
so
yeah.
his hand was busted, like, and then as he's walking off, he's like, "Sorry," and it's just blood all over his hands.
I really
but then
like the sorry.
last year,
That was a
did you?
classy touch. What's
did
the
you-
tap bit?
Because last year he apparently struggles with anxiety and depression and stuff, or something. And last year, because he's Scottish, this fella last year, he was winning and he blew it and he lost. He lost 3-1, and he had a meltdown. He looked like he was going to have a panic attack on the stage, and the crowd were battering him, going like singing "Scotland get battered" everywhere they go, which is funny and it's part of the banter, but it just got to him too much.
And I guess
then
his dad was going through like
and his dad was
yeah.
having like triple bypass surgery that week, so then he had a meltdown on stage, and then he's come back this year and he was flying. If you watch the first couple of legs, he was just like bang, 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 and then this other kid's come back, beat him, and his head's just popped at the end.
Now I have seen some interviews from. I was reading some other articles about it, and like, it sounds like a couple of the other players are kind of. They think some of it's for show with this guy.
No chance.
It's a mad show though, like.
Well,
because-
that punching of the thing was crazy. I mean, his hand was
I mean,
gushing
and
blood.
the guy, you know, on the stage, what they call I mean, how mental have you got to be to? I mean, how like tortured have you got to be to smash that up? Like, how angry?
That's an irrational reaction. That's like
Yeah, it was
animalistic.
ridiculous. It was ridiculous, like what he did. I mean, we've seen a video, haven't we? But and then even the guy at the end chased him off, like the whatever they are, not
Yeah.
the ref, like the official, just like fuming. What are you doing? But now he's knackered his hand, hasn't he?
Yeah, but it's elite sport, and I think you've got to be irrational to get to that level in terms of your dedication and skill set. And it obviously means a lot to him. So if you put the fact in one hand that the lad's suffering, and then two, that the pressure he's got, you put those two together, it's going to create something, you know. And so if he goes off at the end and he's like kicking off and starting at the crowd, then I'm calling him every name under the sun. But he's had an instant reaction. He's clocked it. He's only injured himself, and then he's apologised to the crowd.
Yeah, he did apologize right away. He knew.
I think that's pretty substantial. That personally, I
Yeah,
think
no.
Blood red mad.
Yeah, he lost
He
his
just
shit.
saw red.
Sad to know the backstory with it and everything like that, because I literally saw it today.
What a clip, though.
Oh no, we saw it last night. I saw the
Yeah.
Sky Sports were in the behind us on the on the telly behind us, and you saw this bloody hand, and the hand's in fucking bits, isn't it?
Oh yeah, he's proper hammered it. Like,
I didn't know the context of it, and then I saw it today on social media, and I was
Look,
like,
he had a hole in his hand.
it's fucking the uppercut. What a weird medium reaction to, like, you know, it's
Use
just
your left hand, dude.
well, yeah, it's just but doesn't that go to see how like
How mad he was.
yeah, or just like it was so unconscious. It was just a natural reaction. So yeah, hope his hand gets better. Hope he deals with his shit a little bit better, and he'll be back. He's a young lad,
All
isn't
right. Yeah.
he's not. I'll tell you what, the other lad looks good. I hope he does a little bit of a Luke Littler.
he? Yeah.
Luke Littler.
Luke Littler. He does
All right,
that,
let's
like
get
he
these
goes on a
picks
bit of a
in.
run. All right, get the picks in. The Knicks are on in like 6 minutes.
That's why you see the Wizards never give it.
I'm already on an hour. We're over an hour again.
Good.
All right, Newcastle at home to Chelsea.
Newcastle.
Newcastle.
Yeah, I'm going Newcastle as well. All right, Bournemouth at home to Burnley.
Bournemouth.
Bournemouth.
We're all going the same here. Brighton at home to Sunderland.
Draw.
I went Brighton as well. All right, Man City at home to West Ham.
Man City.
Man City.
Yeah, I know. All right, okay. Wolves at home to Brentford.
Brentford.
I went Wolves here.
What?
I'm going to go draw here.
Yeah.
I think Wolves showed a little fight. liked
Tottenham
it.
at home to Liverpool.
That one could
I
be a
went
big one.
draw.
Yeah, I want to do draw.
I'm going to go Liverpool.
The Ever home to Arsenal. As much as I want you to nick a point, I just don't think Arsenal are going to lose.
I know.
Arsenal.
I can't do a draw.
Draw. Leeds at home to Palace.
Palace, I've lost a few.
And they've lost players as well.
Yeah, and Leeds
They
have
lost
AFCON.
a couple guys to AFCON, too. I should have taken that into account for the Sunderland game.
Yeah.
Few.
I'm going to go Leeds, fuck it.
I'm going to go draw here.
I went draw. All right.
Princess McGee over there, wizard, fucking
Listen,
hell.
I'm trying to win this season.
Yeah.
You know, back-to-back weeks I had more picks, better picks than you. So,
Villa at home to Man United.
you know, if that happens 3 times, Anthony, they call that a trend.
What are you going to do, Captain Onion? Villa or Man United?
Villa, come on, man.
Nah, I'm going to
Tickets
draw
already in the
me.
bank. Villa may
Fulham.
win that game 3-4-0.
Fulham at home to Forest. Last one.
Fulham look good. Harry Wilson.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
go. I am gonna go Fulham as well.
Yeah. Who'd you go
I'm
for,
go-
Gareth?
I went for Fulham. All right. That's us.
Where's give
Gentlemen,
me a bet for
next
the
time we film, I'll be in Florida. So maybe I'll do a little background outside. You know,
Gary, I'm going to bitch about my own club dead quick. You'll enjoy it. I had to pay for my own 9-month child to have a seat at Goodison because babies have to have their own seat.
no,
Ah,
it's not.
yeah, Hill
What's the
Dickinson.
name of the Hill
That's,
Dickinson?
you know what that is? That's the People's Club right there, isn't it? Yeah.
Crazy.
So I got, because that's basically, so 6 of us are going. So I got 6 tickets down, no worries. And then my sister goes to me, do you want for the baby? And I was like, no. And you have to have their own ticket.
How funny, wouldn't you do this though? A small section of the ground, like, call it mother and child.
No.
But then
Like,
everyone
where
would
it's a-
do it.
where
Everyone
it's
would
a-
just bring their kid just to.
I don't think, I think
It's like parking outside Tesco's with your
Yeah.
35-year-old son.
yeah. But I looked at, it's at most grounds. You need
Oh,
to
wow.
have, a baby needs a ticket because you're taking space of other people and it's a health and safety thing.
Yeah,
So,
true.
I'm annoyed at my own club for doing it, but I was like, it can't just be us, and it's not. It's at most places where you need to have it. It adds to the capacity, and in an emergency, it adds to it. I'm like, you can fly. Like we're flying home. She doesn't need a seat till she's 2. We're going to Hill Dickinson. She needs her own ticket.
That
No.
ticket could have been a little bit cheaper if you got it on Black Friday too, right?
Oh, look at you! You are just on fine form today. Ticket was substantially cheaper if I got it on Black Friday.
Unbelievable.
I'm talking
Right
like
then.
$370. They were, and then on Black Friday they were $190.
For a ticket to Goodison, to that ground, $190 a ticket. Is that what you're talking about? What are we talking about here?
Yeah.
That's what the discount rate was.
You paid $190 for a ticket for Everton.
No, he
No.
paid $370 ticket.
Fucking hell.
Gary, we're not sitting.
That's why he's the busiest man in the business. You
Shit,
know?
have you gone corporate?
We're not sitting. You know what I mean? Let's make sure.
Have
the
you
kid's
gone? Have you?
I want to make sure the kid's comfortable.
He wants a good seat. What is that? Wolves are playing.
Yeah,
Prawn
Wolves on a
sandwich,
Wednesday.
hey.
He wants a good
Hey.
seat for that.
Photo shoots in Central Park. Prawn sandwiches at Hill Dickinson. The game has gone, lads.